our sphere of impulses today on Fortitude Through Stoicism, and this is day 110 of my 365-day journey of implementing the ancient philosophy of Stoicism into the life of this modern masculine man. Our sphere of impulses. Now, this is coming from the perspective of the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, who is actually quoting a slave. He's actually quoting Epictetus. Epictetus says we must discover the missing art of assent and pay special attention to the sphere of our impulses, what they are subject to reservation to the common good, and that they are in proportion to their actual worth. Now, it's interesting that that Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, is quoting a slave, because Ryan here gives us an illustration about how President Abraham Lincoln used to meet with Frederick Douglass, another former slave, who was considered to be wise and had insight on the race struggles. But really, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift this, right? Because most of us aren't the president, and most of us aren't the Roman emperor, right? So most of us, it isn't about keeping ultimate power in check. But what it is actually evaluating the things that drive us, right? And their worth. So for example, I was actually listening to a lady in the airport. She was talking about this purse that she had to have. She had to have this purse, right? So this thing consumed her, and she put all this effort into getting this purse. Well, is it really worth it? And that's the thing. I want us all to sit back and think about the things that drive us the most, right? The impulses. I'm not talking about the planned actions. I'm not talking about the plans and the goals. I'm talking about the impulses that take us. Whether it's for me it's food, right? Because I'm always on a strict nutritional plan set by my trainer. So for me, it's the impulses, the cookies or the diet soda or what have you. In my past, it was women, what have you. But those are the things that controlled me and consumed me. And if you actually weigh them, is it actually worth it to be controlled by those things? For me, and again, here you're talking about, the common good and limits of power. And I guess that is applicable, right? If you're in a relationship or you're a boss or what have you, we have to keep in check our impulses. And as a leader, it's abusing that power and trust of our people. It's taking it down off when everyone else is still playing the game. So, for me, I'm hyper focused on the things that try and control me, the things that try and drive me. I'll be honest with you, every single night I want dessert. I've been wanting a new Harley since I sold my last three. But I refused to give in to that impulse because, one, let's look at this. Let's take the Harley situation. This is a great one. Harley Daddy's my nickname, right? And here I am without a Harley. I sold all three when I left New York. I want one. But then I asked myself, when will you actually ride said Harley? Right? I'm home one day a week, and that is literally to turn and burn and kiss and hug, and I don't know that a $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 impulse purchase would even make sense. Because then again, it's something that's going to control me, right? I have to house it. I have to clean it. I have to insure it. I have to register it. I have to maintain it. And with as little as I would have to drive it, I'd have to keep a trickle charger. I have to keep the battery going. So it's a whole new host of shackles for that one little impulse that I gotta have that Harley. What would it actually do? Is it going to fulfill me more? Is it going to make me feel more of a man? Sure, I love to ride. Absolutely love to ride. Perhaps there's nothing I love more than an open road, wind in my face. I was going to say wind in my hair, but we know that's not the case. Wind in my face, sun in my eyes, that feeling of freedom. But what Stoicism teaches us is that feeling of freedom is here. It's not from the external things. So when I want to be free, take a trip in my mind. I do. I daydream, I visualize, I block out all the things. And I do this at an airport, I do this in a plane, I do this, should I do this at breakfast in a hotel? I just close my eyes. I'm sure people are looking at me going, what the hell is this dude sleeping? No, I'm taking a little trip. I'm free. I'm a free man. I'm a free mind. I'm not caving into those impulses. So yeah, I'm visualizing it. I'm enjoying it without the shackles of actually owning or submitting to that purchase. I'm in control, not my impulses. But let's not forget that this is a daily battle. This never ends. So that is where fortitude, the strength of mind, comes in. The mind is a muscle. It is perhaps the most important one. So this is a daily exercise. This is a daily commitment to strengthening the mindset, to improving the character. The focus on this discipline is in itself a discipline. And on that, it is time to go execute our day.